I'm Dr. Karen Treisman, clinical psychologist and author. I'm super excited today to introduce to you my Parenting Patchwork cards. They are the third in my Therapeutic Treasure Deck series. Although they are bigger, there's 100 different cards in there to support you to undertake parenting and carer assessments and interventions. That includes assessments for court, around parenting capacity proceedings, but also around therapeutic assessments and relational assessments and various other ones. They also support to look at child development and parenting knowledge of child development. They are for parents, for adoptive parents, for kinship carers, SGOs, foster carers, residential workers, lots and lots of different support around that. They also are a brilliant tool to be used in consultations, workshops and trainings to help to enrich or to develop understanding and insight about child development, about different behaviours, but also about the potential impact and influence of trauma and disruptive attachment on children's multi-layered development, including sensory, physical, cognitive, sexual, identity, speech and language, social, emotional, and so forth. There are loads and loads of different ways of using these cards. They are super versatile, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a flavour. So firstly, in the pack, you get this brochure, which is full of lots of step-by-step instructions as to how you use the different sets of cards. Inside the cards are 3 different packs: the green, the blue and the purple, and they can be used separately or together, and there's lots of different ways, but I just want to give you a little bit of a flavour. The blue pack is really helping to look at some of the ways, questions and reflective areas that we can support to learn more about someone's knowledge, understanding, beliefs, perceptions, hopes, worries, which can support our assessment or our intervention or our teaching. So for example, there's knowledge-based ones, things like, in your experience, what things might impact a child's development. Also, there are things about what do you think your or the relationship or the child's pockets of difficulties and areas of strengths are. You could see how there's huge amounts of ways that you could use and work with that. Just to give you one more flavour from the blue plaque, if you could go back and change things or do things differently, what would you do? Also, what advice would you give to someone else in your shoes or situation or place? So there's loads of questions to really support and deepen reflection. There is then the purple set of cards, which are really far ranging from different parenting skills and qualities that children need to optimally develop. Things like consistency and predictability, having calm, regulated, grounding adults, having your feelings understood, tolerated, validated, named, having hopeful and aspirational parents who cheerlead you on, who delight in you. Lots and lots of different ones. Now, they can be used to think about someone's knowledge or understanding. They can be used as a tool to teach those skills, or they are the basis and the foundation of undertaking the parenting patchwork exercise. Many of you will know the parenting patchwork exercise from my training, but for those who don't, it is an exercise where you create a metaphorical and physical patchwork of what that child needed and what that child actually had. And then we use that exercise to reflect on what skills does the child need to develop, what skills does the parent and carer need to support them to master, and what different areas have they not had which might help us to understand some of the ways that they present, some of their pockets of difficulties, some of their behaviours. Really powerful emotive exercise that can help us increase empathy, compassion, and understanding. It also helps us to look at why a child might be socially, emotionally, and developmentally at a different age or stage to their chronological age and stage. We can also use it to look at our own or other people's parenting patchwork experience. And the final part is really the green pack. And the green pack is simply to help the person using the cards to have guiding questions to support them with the parenting patchwork exercise so that they can really enrich and expand on each of those experiences to get as much learning, discussion and reflection from them. So I hope that gives you a little flavour and introduction, and I'm really, really excited to see how you use them and how you find them. Thank you.